What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. It is predictions time for Ireland versus Argentina. That's taking place this weekend in Ireland. It is going to be an absolutely epic game. A lot of people are talking about this game because we can remember a couple of years back in the Rugby World Cup of 2015, Argentina kicked Ireland out of the World Cup. A lot of people are talking about this. Can this happen again in the 2019 World Cup? Who knows? But one thing is for sure, Ireland are definitely on another level to where they were in 2015. This team has totally transformed. They have improved. They've shown a lot of heart and character. They are Six Nations Grand Slam champions. They beat Australia on tour for the first time in many years. They beat New Zealand in America. They beat South Africa on a world record defeat last year in November. So a lot has happened since then, and they have really shown up. And the talent that Ireland has, Johnny Sexton, Conor Murray, Furlong, I mean, you name it. There's Stockdale. The whole team is just brilliant. So a lot on the line for well, not on the line, but a lot to talk about because so much potential within Ireland. But one thing we can't forget is Argentina. They have come up like champs. Obviously, last year last few years, they really haven't been the team that they were back in 2015, and before that, even in 2007, where they were a competitive team that really were a dark horse. You would always be nervous playing Argentina because, I mean, they had a talented team that could just break the hearts like they did in 2015. They were always there and thereabout, and they dropped down, but now this year, 2018, they've really risen up. A lot of talk was with the Jaguars not doing well, and they weren't there, but then the coach there really transformed that team this year to being on a competitive level with all the other nations, which was awesome for rugby fans. And the Jaguars really got into a competitive level and managed to get to the playoffs, which was outstanding from where they were really nowhere in the Super Rugby Championship last year and the year before. So it's good to see for Argentina's sake. Obviously, Argentina did not have a good start to the Junior Internationals, having lost to Wales, which wasn't great at all. But again, their new coach, the Jaguar coach, moved up to Argentine level, and from them, in the Rugby Championship, we saw a more improved Argentine team. The passion was back. The love for the game was back. They were playing some great rugby. Augustin leading the team to really another new level, which has been really amazing. If we go to the Jaguars, first time ever winning a game in New Zealand, which was outstanding. If we look at Argentina beating South Africa in Argentina, which they have done before, but they did it very convincingly. South Africa had lost it themselves years before, but this time Argentina really deserved to win. When they played against Australia, they beat Australia for the first time, I think, either ever or in a long time, which is outstanding. They gave the All Blacks a good run for their money. Their fitness levels have been impressive. They've been strong. They've been attacking. They've been defending all right. But then came to the last game against Australia, where they just seemed to lose it a bit. The second half, Argentina were nowhere. They really lost it, and Australia just dominated and came back for the win. Argentina were there in the first half and they lost it. So they're going to have that as their last memory. So they're going to want to get better and capitalize from that loss. That would have been hurting them, but they know that they're a team that can recover and show up. There's been a lot of guys here very confident for the Argentines, saying that they could get to the final of the World Cup, maybe win it. Who knows? Anything can happen, but you know, it's a long way to the World Cup, and you still got to face bigger teams, which could be hectic. This is going to be a hell of a contest this weekend. Ireland, you can never ever count out, especially not this year. They have earned the right to be number 2 in the world. They've earned the respect from many rugby fans from around the world. They've really done well, and if you have the respect for the game and for world rugby, you would have respect for what Ireland's achieved and give credit where credit is due. They have a fantastic team. Joe Schmidt has done wonders with this with their country, and has transformed Ireland rugby to what was quite weak in the very past to really competitive level where they are the number 2 team in the world, Six Nations Grand Slam champions, which is honestly unbelievable and very well deserved. Now, this game, I think, is going to be an epic contest. I think we're going to see hard-fighting rugby. I think Argentina are going to really come at them hard at the start and give Ireland a good run for their money. And it's going to be competitive. It's going to be tough. But we'll have to wait and see. The fitness levels is what it comes down to at the end. We watched Ireland play Italy this past weekend, and Ireland weren't as quick at the start. It was quite close come second half. In the first half, but come second half, Ireland walked away and got over 50 points, which was truly outstanding. And again, that wasn't with their star players, which was unbelievable. I mean, Johnny didn't play, Conor Murray didn't play, so that's amazing. Conor, unfortunately, is still out injured, but I'm sure Johnny will be back this weekend. We got all the other big names coming back. I mean, I'm excited to see Furlong play, Healy Beast. I mean, it's gonna Best, sorry, not Beast. Well, he is a beast, but it's going to be epic watching Ireland versus Argentina. I really am excited for this game because there's so much talk, and it's going to be curious to see if Argentina can handle the pressure or if Ireland can handle the pressure from Argentina, because they could shock you and you could be a bit fuzzled and rattled and then maybe lose the game, or you are confident and keeping the intensity of what level you've been playing the whole year and totally dominate Argentina. It's definitely possible, because one thing's for certain is Ireland has not lost their touch. If you look at Pro 14 and European Champions Cup, it's been pretty legit. Leinster has been up top. Munster haven't had too much of a bad one. Connacht also not bad, but Leinster's been strong, and a lot of Irish players are there. So they're strong. They're continuing that momentum straight into the Irish national side, and winning last weekend would have given them a hell of a lot of confidence, and they're going to take that into this game this weekend against Argentina. I think it's going to be an absolutely tremendous game. I love watching both nations play rugby, and I know I've got a big fan base in Ireland, so lots of love and respect to them as well. And I know I've got quite a few Argentines here, Fonzie being one of them, who's always active on all my social media channels, so shout out to him. But it's going to be an epic one. I've grown quite attached to watching Six Nations and learning what Ireland's been doing, and I'm honestly excited to watch them this weekend once again. Now, Ireland have played Argentina 17 times. They've won 11 and lost 6. Obviously, this is going from the past to the present. Now, the last few fixtures that they've played against each other, I've gone from 2014 and I've taken the last 4 matches. 2014, they played each other twice in Argentina, and Ireland won both. So that's pretty impressive that they picked up wins. And Ireland weren't as strong as they were now. I suppose Argentina might have not been, although they did beat them the very next year in the Rugby World Cup quarter-final. They beat them 20-43 points, which is quite an impressive win. Now again, a World Cup can bring out everything. You know, your confidence is different. Ireland unfortunately have, I think they call it the choking curse, pretty much like South African cricket team. And they're going to be wanting to redeem themselves from that. And then last year they played each other, and the win was 28-19. So improvement from Argentina, but also a good win for Ireland. And they're going to want to use that confidence as they go into this game coming up this weekend. Now again, going into the prediction for this game, as I said, I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be close at the start. And fitness level is my concern for Argentina. Just from what I saw against Australia, they seem to have lost it. And for me, yes, Australia came up close against Ireland. But remember, this was in Australia. Now, Ireland are playing in their home, where they've been pretty decent, pretty strong. And I think they're going to get a kickstart in the second half and pretty much take the game for me. Obviously, Argentina will give a good fight, and if they win, I'll be very happy for them. They're part of the Southern Hemisphere. But for me, Ireland just are on another planet at the moment, another level, who seem to be just getting stronger and stronger and developing. They've got a great team, young, old, experienced. They just have a team that's gelling. So do Argentina. I mean, Augustine's not a young player. You got Nicolas Sanchez, you got Bautista, you got fantastic players within the Argentinian squad who are capable of putting on good results. We've seen it in the Rugby Championship. Now, if they can take the confidence that they had against New Zealand, then they could give Ireland a run for their money, because they stayed in the same fitness level as New Zealand. They didn't win. They had their moments, but they kept fit. They never gave up. They kept trying to fight. Whereas Australia seemed to lose fitness. So I think that's where maybe Argentina have a slight upper hand. However, they did lose it at home in that second half. And for me, that is where Ireland are going to be their strongest. We saw it last week, and I think we're going to see it again. And I'm expecting a result. Ireland win by, I guess, 7, 10 or more points. I think Ireland are just going to come back at the end. No disrespect me tended towards Argentinian fans. You know I've got a lot of respect for this team and country. I love the passion, emotion that they show. But for me, Ireland are just on another planet at the moment. And I think they are just going to be one step ahead of Argentina this weekend. Who knows? Anything can happen. Maybe I'm going to be wrong. Maybe Argentina pick up a win. You never know. But Ireland have the big contest of New Zealand coming up, and they're going to want to continue the win ratio. They want to keep on to number 2 spot, maybe possibly getting a number 1 if England beat New Zealand, but that's going to be tough. So they got all that on the line, and they're going to want to continue keeping the momentum. So for me, Ireland to win by 7 or 10 points or more. I just think they're going to be the stronger team. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win, Ireland or Argentina? I think it's going to be an epic game, and I cannot wait for kickoff. It's going to be awesome. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with all future uploads, especially the recap of this video. If you are an Irish and Argentine fan, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. And also, if you're a World Rugby fan, hit the subscribe button, because there's so much more to come. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.